I'm getting greedy. I blow the whole budget on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep. I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going Juvie and BG. They gotta put my face on no box of Wheaties. I'm praying for whoever think they competed. Salute when you see me. That's all he ever, so that's how you greet me. I'm going TM 101 cheesy, and plus they got D2 on repeat. I'm with the love of my life for like 3 weeks, cause that's all I needed. She wanna go on a trip or retreat, but I'm sorry, I never retreated. I set the bar so high that you might as well leave it. I'm going undefeated. I've broken the system, had to breach it. That's mission impossible, mission completed. Salute when you see me.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up second and 4 at the 47-yard line.
A carry here for Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Back to throw. Nelson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Nelson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
It shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Huntley to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Here's Huntley. And that is incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. The first carry for the North Texas man is Jeff Wilson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. These two teams getting a couple of late-season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On 2nd down, Goodrich.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now
Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Nothing the score after one on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
On third down, Meadows. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw, Huntley. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Singletary going to get the handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 41-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Back to throw. Huntley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That catch good for only a couple. On second down, a run with Breida. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On third down, a run from Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. They'll run on first down. Meadows, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Huntley looking downfield for Kelsey. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. But nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. From the gun, Huntley. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. 4th down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down? Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. That catch good for only a couple. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Now Nelson on first down. Big hold to the 30. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Breida to get the third quarter started. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's the backup Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side. And pass past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head, his head coach and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Set to throw is Nelson. Throwing on first, and the Dolphins rush, gets home, down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Huntley. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, Nelson. Forced out to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Now a give right side. Meadows. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Looking to throw. Huntley. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line.
That was a beautiful executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wilson with a first down carry. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Another run for Wilson on 2nd. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Harris. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Two are going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Dolphins on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Sanders is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Here's Nelson on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Huntley. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Huntley. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, Huntley gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Huntley. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there. And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run again with Breida. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Mariota. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there for the Dolphins.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Miami, they remain in the hunt for a first-round bye as they move to 11-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.